Welcome back everyone to ZumaFan. So I just saw a Junior Patroller's Christmas and what are my thoughts? Well, for me, this is the absolute worst Paw Patrol Christmas special ever. It might even be worse than Charger's Christmas Adventure. Just so many terrible decisions throughout this special that just make it a painful experience. The plot is really simple and I have gone over it already in a separate video, but for those who haven't seen it, the plot is that the Junior Patrollers go to Jake's Mountain to hang out for Christmas. For some reason, they are afraid that Santa Claus won't notice them and just pass them by. So the Paw Patrol is contacted to help make sure that that doesn't happen. And during all this, Humdinger decides that since all the kitties ripped up their stockings and all that, he might as well just steal all the stockings in Adventure Bay. And eventually, he does end up getting the Junior Patroller stockings in the Paw Patrol with the help of the Junior Patrollers. And during all this, Santa Claus comes in and Humdinger messes around with Santa Claus, and that's basically it. That's the plot of this special, and like I said in the video when I discussed this, is that it being a simplistic plot isn't what's going to ruin this, is going to be the execution of it, and unfortunately the execution is utterly terrible. The Junior Patrollers have absolutely no reason to believe that Santa Claus won't visit them. Mayor Humdinger is also infuriating, and I knew he was going to be in the episode. I was already prepared. But then when I watched the episode, it felt like I didn't know he was going to be here, so I was just frustrated the entire time. Humdinger and his antics have worn thin at this point. They are using him to the point where every time I see him, I want to reach through the screen and choke him out. But how did I feel about the characters in this special? Well, outside of most of the characters that show up in this special, I'm actually okay with them. I was never infuriated with the Paw Patrol or Ryder like I usually was back in the day. They did their job and they did it well, and that's all well and good. But I do think the most annoying thing that they did in this episode was the fact that they took what the Junior Patrollers were saying so seriously that they're like, we're gonna decorate Jake's Mountain with Christmas lights and a core and make sure that Santa Claus sees it from the sky. Like, if he was in space, he would still be able to see it. And it's like, you don't need to go this serious with it. Why don't you just call Santa Claus and be like, hey, don't miss this house? Or maybe you could reassure the Junior Patrollers by saying, we held Santa Claus 3 different times. I'm pretty sure he knows about us and about Jake's Mountain already. But instead they decide to decorate, which is infuriating. But outside that, I found them fine. Liberty is the same way. I don't usually like Liberty. Her character just really annoys me a lot of the time. But here, she wasn't that bad. I found her fine. The Junior Patrollers were at their absolute worst here because of stuff I've already gone over. I hate Humdinger, so no surprise there. But of course, we got the big man of the hour, Santa Claus himself. And I've already talked about how his race was changed after we got the leaked screenshots from this. And I was hoping that there would be an explanation as to why they made that decision, but there literally isn't. Santa Claus is just a black guy. Why? I have absolutely no clue. In the Paw Patrol, they don't question a thing like, hey, Santa Claus, why did you get darker since the last time we saw you?
Now, I know y'all think old Santa Claus look a little bit darker than he used to, ho-ho! But see, that's just cause Santa Claus got a little bit of revitiligo. See, that's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got.
Not only that, but the design, while good, I don't think holds a candle to the previous design. And even though there are similarities between the two designs, there is a lot more different that I didn't notice when I first saw him. But overall, I thought the design was fine. His character was also somewhat fine, although I did find some annoying elements to him, like how he just keeps on giving Humdinger more and more chances, even though you know he's never going to change his mind. He stole your sleigh and started like flying away with it. It's like, at that point, why do you keep forgiving this guy? Why do you keep trying to like give him second chances? He's quite clearly not going to take them. They can go from being very sweet and nice to see someone keep giving a person more chances to change and even trying to help them. But the more time you do it, eventually you get to the point where you're like, okay, enough is enough. And I think Santa Claus is at that point. But I have been pretty negative towards this special, so why don't I talk about some of the positives. Once again, the animation, textures, and designs on the pups, and just this universe in general is fantastic. I wish we got to experience a little bit more of the decorations throughout Adventure Bay, because we do get to see them during a whole chase scene with Mayor Humdinger, and it does look really nice, but I just wish we got some more time there. Also, at around 4 minutes into the episode, the Paw Patrol sing this song, and they usually do sing songs during Christmas specials. And this time is also no exception, but this might honestly be my favorite song that they've ever sang in any one of these.
It's time to decorate, it's time to celebrate, 'cause Christmas Eve is here.
While there is some auto-tune with the voices, and you can definitely hear that, for the most part, it comes across as really natural.
The stockings by the tree, feel the love and harmony.
The voices are nice and go together really well. Outside of Ryder, who is, for some reason, the only one who cannot sing to save his life.
So Santa will find us, I promise you.
We also got a Skase moment during the song, and I know many people really like them as a ship. I don't personally feel the same way as many others do when it comes to this, but it has been a while since we've seen anything between these two. And so, getting this one moment, I know many people are going to love it, so enjoy it while you have it. Another thing I like is that Humdinger hangs his stockings up on his TV, and on his TV he has a fireplace just playing, like a fireplace video. And I think that that adds to a sort of comedic value there. I think it's pretty funny. I also thought the voice acting was really well done, especially by the guy who plays Santa Claus now. I believe that they replaced the original actor with a new one, since they replaced Santa Claus with a new one. And I think that this might be the best voice actor for Santa Claus ever. I enjoyed the original, but I do find that this voice is more jolly, more deep with his voice. And I think that really works for the character. But that's it for the positives, and I know that's really small in comparison to basically everything else that happens in the episode, but I mean, you take what you get. I honestly think that this is the worst Paw Patrol Christmas special we've ever had. Much hard work the actors and the animators put into this. Unfortunately, the directors and writers let them down once again. And that is the saddest part about all this. But yeah, that's my thoughts on A Junior Patroller's Christmas. Let me know how you felt about it down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.